All right, so today we are going to do a Zentangle letter drawing. I'm not done with mine yet. This will take a while. So what I would do is start it and then all throughout the week work on it for just a little bit a day because your hand gets tired from all the detail work. And then by the end of the week, you should have a finished drawing. So the first step is to pick, I did my last name. Pick a letter for your name, either your first name or your last name. And then in pencil, you're gonna write it really big, like try and fill the entire page, because the more space you take up with a letter, the less room you have to Zentangle. So it will be easier the bigger your letter is, okay? What we're basically gonna do is not draw anywhere where you drew the letter. So that negative space will make the letter, because we're going to be filling in all of this with Zentangles. So I like to Google image search for fonts and just put in like cool fonts for the letter, whatever, letter you're going to do. And then look at pictures of fonts and pick out one that you think looks really cool. And once you pick it out, try your best to copy it. I'm doing this kind of old style L. Okay. Once you do your letter, and you're going to do it pretty light, you're going to divide your paper into sections. You can either do wavy lines to divide it into sections or straight. On mine, I think you can see it right here. I did straight lines, so I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different sections of Zentangles. This one I'll try and do wavy lines. So you're not going to divide up in the L or in your letter, right? You're only going to divide behind the letter. And then do it like that. Okay, so every one of these sections is going to get a different Zentangle or pattern. This book is awesome. It's on different Zentangles and how to draw them, but there are a ton of free YouTube videos on how to draw Zentangle patterns, and they'll take you step by step how to draw each pattern. So if you go to YouTube and put in easy Zentangle patterns, a bunch of videos will show up, and it's Zentangle is Zentangle, and I will post some good resources in the Google Classroom, some videos that I like with patterns that are easy for Zentangling that you can look at. But basically you're going to pick out a pattern. So like, let's try this one. So for this pattern, you start by doing a square, and then you're going to do a space and another square, space and another square. So you do nice rows and columns of squares with spaces in between. And once you're done, you're going to start connecting them with lines. So we'll start, let's do it in this one. So the first step, and you're going to want a black pen or marker. I like to do pen. I like it to be thinner. And then if you want to fill in these big spots with marker, then I would go back and do that after. But I like to outline everything in a thin pen. And it doesn't have to be like a extra fine tip Sharpie. It can be just like a regular Bic or ballpoint pen. In worst case scenario, if you don't have a pen, just do it with pencil. So I'm gonna first do like a basic square, and then I'll go back and add these extra parts. So I'm trying to keep them evenly spaced. Some of them are going to go right off the edge, and we won't. Where it hits that line, we stop, right? Because we're only doing within this section. There's going to probably be another one going half. We only see some of it because, again, this line is here, so it cuts it off. I'm going to add some here. We won't see the whole thing. We'll see that one. Don't think we'll see all of this. We'll get just cut off a little bit. Okay, so now I have all of those squares. I'm going to go back with a bigger marker afterwards to fill in those squares. But now what we do, I'll start on this one. So we're going to connect, starting here, and then on the next one down, you go to the other side and connect. Then you go to the other side, connect. Now, you do the opposite on this side. So the next column over, instead of the same on this right side, you're going to do the left side, then the right side, then the left side, then the right side. And so then again, it will be the opposite. So if this one started on the in, this one will start in and out, in and out, in. So this one started out, which means this one starts out, in, out, in, out. And this one's gonna go like that. Let's see, we won't be able to see that one. This one starts out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, and in, out, 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 in. Okay, so now that we've done that, we're going to do the same thing going across. So if this one starts here, going on the outside, then you go to the other side of the square for the next line. Then back, then forth. And again, it's, if you want, you can turn your page if that's going to be easier. So this is on the outside of the square, so on this one it's the outside, on this one it's the inside. Like that. So this one it's the outside, which means it's the outside on this one. Inside, inside on this one. Outside, outside on this one. So anyway, well, I'll keep going. So I do one incomplete. If this pattern is too hard, find a different pattern. Some of the ones I did are a little easier, like just circles, diamonds with little lines in them. But anyway, you're gonna do a different one for every single section. And this is really hard to do all in one sitting. I wouldn't do it, you know, just sit down for 20 minutes or 30 minutes and do it. I would do one section, like draw your letter, divide your paper, do one section of pattern, and then walk away from it for a day and go back and the next day add another section of pattern. So that way you don't get sick of it. I'm gonna finish mine, and when I finish mine, I will post it on the Flipgrid so you guys can see the final. And I would love to see yours. So go to my Google Classroom, check out the resources, and then when you're done, go to my Flipgrid and post a video of your piece. Thank you.